In this video, I will be talking about Bitcoin and a huge signal that currently is flashing on the market that I will be talking exactly about where I do think Bitcoin is heading towards. Is Bitcoin bottomed out right now? And much more will be getting discussed on today's update video. On top of that, I will be as well talk about the CPI reports that are actually going to roll out here in 2 days from now on. So make sure to slap up that like button. Let's go once again for 500 likes, just like we did on the previous upload. And let's dive straight away in towards the content. And let me start off once again with talking about my weekend predictions. Always, once Bitcoin is trading below the CME price, guys, I'm going to be a little bit more bullish for Bitcoin over the course of the weekend. Of course, the other way around, I'm going to be more bearish. Like you can clearly see right now, we're trading significantly below the CME close price. The CME close price is, of course, the 21.7K. So I am actually expecting that we're either later today going to see a pump or at the beginning of Monday that we're going to see a significant pump back up here, back towards that 21.7K target, because that was the CME close price. But more importantly, yeah, on the weekend, of course, we were once again anticipating it's going to probably be a very boring weekend. And before going into more charts, I personally think that next week is going to be very exciting. If you didn't know already, on Tuesday, we are going to get the CPI reports, basically the inflation data from June 2022. Of course, if the inflation is going to be higher than the previous month, we are going to be expecting that the price action is going to drop significantly, and the Federal Reserve is probably going to be more likely a little bit more hawkish. But if, of course, it's going to be dropping, we could be seeing a massive pump across all markets. However, currently, last time around it was 8.6% inflation year to year, and right now we having a forecast of 8.8% inflation a year in the US. So yeah, we are still seeing a significant increasement in inflation. It looks to be that we're not topping out yet so far, and this could be, of course, once again have a very bearish effect on all markets. So yeah, I personally think next week is going to be volatile. Isn't necessarily going to be bullish. I am not 1000% sure. However, if I'm looking at the charts here, the charts are telling me a whole different story, right? We formed, of course, a beautiful run-up here towards the upside, an exponential run-up, we can call this, with a significant movement back up here. You can clearly see on the previous high, we have been forming higher highs on the market right here, but more importantly right now as well, we are forming somewhat of a blue flag scenario, right? We're forming a beautiful flag here on the market, and this is just a very likely continuation pattern, and we're probably going to see another continuation back towards the upside. And I am actually not surprised if we're going to see the market playing out like this here. We are forming a beautiful bull flag, and after that you want to be seeing that continuation towards higher targets getting generated. And actually I am not going to be surprised to see this happening, because this is actually one of the most beautiful bull flags I have seen in a very while. Also, we could be looking at the 4-hourly time frame, and if you're then going to be zooming in on the 4-hourly time frame, yeah, we can also really look at an consolidation phase, right? We're squeezing the price action in towards an apex. We're just once again also forming somewhat of a falling wedge slash bull flag here on the 4-hour time frame. We of course came up very quickly, then we also confirmed a higher high on the 4-hourly time frame, what is already confirming, okay, we want to be looking for these long positions right now in the market, because we officially entered an uptrend right now in this market. So yeah, I am actually not going to be surprised to see that turnover getting formed here. Also, if we're really looking at these previous resistance ranges, you can clearly see this is a very strong resistance range right here, right? Previous resistance would right now flip into support and continue the price for Bitcoin towards the upside. We don't know for sure, of course, but it is more likely to anticipate a move back up from of this region. Also, considering the fact that the weekend CME close price is on the 21.7K, and we're currently trading on the 21.3K. So expect at least a $400 climb back towards higher levels. Also, really the big signal that currently is flashing is here, the MACD, guys. And the MACD on the 3-day time frame has been always telling us a very interesting story, and always once it crosses bullish, guys, and it set up some vertical lines, it tends to be indicating that there is a massive move on the horizon. We are seeing a massive spike back towards higher levels, and you can see clearly happening over here in the beginning of July. We had one of these crossovers. We saw an exponential rally back up here. Here in September, we had this crossover. We moved back up here. Here in January, we had this crossover. We moved back up towards $48,000. While the moment that the crossover happened was $4,000. So that's a significant increasement. Then we were about to be having a bullish crossover right here. But like you can see, we didn't cross right here. And currently, we are having another cross. Because like if we're going to zoom in, and if I'm just removing the drawings for a second, you can clearly see it right now. We are having having a successful crossover on the 3-day MACD, and this is definitely a signal I've been waiting for a very long time here. This is a signal that currently is flashing, that is currently indicating as well we are going to be once again go in such kind of an exponential rally recovery back towards higher levels. So 3-day MACD looks very strong in my opinion. The 3-day MACD also has been forming a very interesting divergence, because looking at this chart you can clearly see we have been forming, of course, a lower low on the 3-day time frame, and on the MACD we have been forming a higher low on the histogram. So this is of course definitely an interesting divergence to look at, and this could be also still indicate, okay, maybe we are that little bit too much oversold, and maybe we had too much panicking, and maybe we can start to recover right now. So there are definitely a lot of questions what we should be right now answering, but right now we do clearly see, of course, an extremely bullish signal flashing on the market. More importantly as well, I am still waiting for me to really say, okay, right now the bottom is 1000% in here. I still want to be seeing, of course, the Pi cycle bottom indicator flash here. Like you can see, it flashed every single time on every single bear market low bottom. So far, it has not crossed yet here, but like you can see, if I'm zooming in here, and let me set it to auto, you can clearly see we are about to cross over. It just gives us another week. If we get one more red candle next week, we are probably going to have the Pi cycle bottom indicator flashing its bottom signal, and that is of course the thing I'm waiting for. I would love to see the bottom signal getting flashed here, and that could of course indicate a very good long opportunity, and that could also indicate a very good trading opportunity in general. I do really think that these markets are really going to become trading markets right now. I think if you want to be making the most amount of money in this market, it's not in altcoins, it's not at hodling Bitcoin right now necessarily for one or 2 years. Of course, there's a lot of money to make right there, but also with trading right here. Trading is definitely the thing to focus on in bear markets, because that's the way how you can still make money. If anyone is interested in trading, you can check out the links in the description where you can find a link to Bybit, where you can trade cryptocurrencies with leverage. And yeah, make sure to do it always first with a demo account here. And also, if you want to be learning how to copy trade, make sure to check out the video that currently is popping up above. And that was already it for today's very short update video, but there's not a lot of things to say. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.